Okay, so I told you guys that I went to see Nope. Sorry. I was getting a little bit in my head. I went to see Nope last night at the Metreon. It was great. Great movie for a ton of reasons. So I'm gonna start with a critique, just because like it definitely could use work. So the critique is the storyline was like really weak. So the storyline was weak, but that's not why I went to see the movie. I went to see the movie because Keke Palmer was, the movie is actually basically just Keke Palmer and Daniel, I forgot his last, I don't know how to say his last name, but him on screen, and it's them acting out different situations of like shock and thrill. So to see that, and it was, I saw it in Dolby, so like oh my gosh, the like lighting was so fucking good. So like to see black people on screen, especially like Daniel, like his skin looks so fucking incredible on the big screen. Like, I mean, he looked incredible. Like, that is a beautiful man. Like, it was incredible to like see him on the screen, and it was like, it wasn't in like this happy role. Like, they were both playing very like real to life characters. So like Keke plays the sister, Daniel's the brother. They have a family farm that they inherited from their dad. So basically the movie starts with their dad dying of like some, it looked like a stroke of lightning or something, like hits him. He falls out, you know, so then he like dies on a horse. And so they have it's like a business in Hollywood where they train horses. So this is like, so they basically, they had a contract with some movie, but the dad was the one that typically runs and operates all of the business side of this. And when the dad died, Daniel had to like take over this family business very, very quickly. So I think he didn't know how to operate the horses on the Hollywood set. So like all of the people in Hollywood were very accustomed to the dad who'd been doing it for like 30 years. But Daniel, he came in and he basically didn't really know how to like do a lot of stuff. So it was like a very difficult transition for him. So basically one of the horses like has an episode on the set, and they're basically like, yeah, you're not going to be able to continue with this contract, but you know, keep going, and over time you'll get better, and maybe the next contract will be yours. So that's how they feel about this, and that's like, you know, it's fair, but he really like needed the money. So that was the issue here. He couldn't basically maintain the farm, so he has to like sell some horses, which is really sad, right? Because he like just inherits his entire family farm, then all of a sudden he has to sell the whole thing. So basically him and his sister are trying to figure out, okay, so how can we like cash out, how can we come up with some quick cash to like basically save the farm? And so they're like UFOs, right? So they basically feel like they've seen a UFO on the farm, and they're like, we're gonna capture it on screen. That's like the big idea here. Now that's actually really cool. That's like a really good idea, but like there's a whole thing, are UFOs real? Like, we're just not sure, you know, it's kind of like up in the air, we don't know. Anyway, so that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, that part of the plot, that makes perfect sense, right? Like, you can follow that, but then all this other shit happens where it's like, I mean, the UFO is like, it's at one point, it's like a, how do you say, like at one point it's a what do you call this? A kite. At one point it's a kite. At one point it's an actual like alien spaceship. At another time, it's like, what is the UFO? Then it like comes down and starts eating people, supposedly. Then there's like a whole thing with like a monkey. It was just like all these storylines. Like, there was a lot of shit happening, and it was like, it all didn't really make sense. That doesn't really matter. Like, I'm not too pressed about it making too much sense. Like, they probably could have spent more time on the writing. I think it was just really cool, though, to basically have those two people acting out just situations with each other. You know, it's like Keke having like this really big personality, and then her being like, you know, shocked at some time when she's trying to like save her brother, or her brother like literally running for his life and trying to like escape the UFO. So he it's like you see him feeling fear, you see her feeling shock, you see her feeling like annoyance, because like there's this like Fry's Electronics guy, he's kind of like annoying. And then also I just appreciated the fact that all of the characters were kind of like, there were only 4 characters basically in the whole movie, and basically none of them are like they're like regular people you would see in the real world. So there's like an Asian character. He is a child actor who basically was on set when a monkey went crazy. And supposedly the monkey goes crazy because of the UFO. That's like the story. I'm not sure. They didn't really like tie it in very well, but I think that was like the premise of the story. And then there's a whole thing where like they live in this very small town, so there's like parades and stuff. Or what is it, like the fair, the county fair is big, so they're having like a small fair, and you know, they're trying to showcase, the Asian guy owns the fair and he's trying to showcase the horses at the fair. So I don't know, I thought like the movie was just interesting because it was just about something that we don't see every day. I mean, black people with horses on farms, like we don't really, who actually like own the farm and are talking about like doing business, like a brother and a sister having a very like normal relationship. Just about, it was like, it just humanized some shit that like happens in the real world that we just don't see with like black people and black bodies. So I really like the film. I think the storyline was just so poorly written, but I mean, maybe I'll go see it 2 more times just because there's so many black people in the movie and it was directed by a black person. I will support and I will go see it every week just because of that. So like, y'all saw how I did with Space Jam. I went every day for 2 months. I literally went every single day for 2 months. It wasn't a bad movie. Like I thought Space Jam was good. In the theater where I was at though, all the white people thought it was awful. They hated it. They were like, this is really bad. I didn't feel that way. I thought it was great. I liked it a lot. I don't know. I hope they make another one, Space Jam 3. Let's make Space Jam. And I also thought the AI character in Space Jam, he was everything. I feel like he was me. They should make it a black woman next time because I saw myself in him. He was like such an asshole. He's like, fuck everybody. I'm the AI master. I don't care about none of y'all. Like, this is my shit. I was like, he's me. He's me. Like, so, I don't know. Everybody else didn't see themselves. Fuck them. Thank you, LeBron James. Make another Space Jam. I'll go see it every day. That shit was lit. It was extra lit. He had a whole spaced out terminal of basketball. He had elevators in his house. It was incredible. It was black excellence on screen. I love to see it. I also just have to give a real shout out. Kiki deserves Actress of the Year. Give this bitch a what do you call it? A Tony, an Emmy, whichever the one is for incredible acting. This bitch played this role. Like, I mean, I saw her in like she literally humanized. First of all, she played a lesbian character in the film, so that was like a personality that she took on. She also played a sibling to a brother, an older brother, and a business owner. Those are all roles that we have not seen her play in before. This bitch deserves awards, okay? Like, she literally played that role, and the whole film, it was like 90 minutes of just her on the screen acting out like this happened and I did. Like, she fucking did that. Kiki with a job, you played that role. This might be your best role yet. I saw a side of her. I didn't think she had that in her. Like, especially from some of the other girls, they keep giving like whack ass Zendaya roles. Like, Keke Palmer's acting in this is better than any role I've ever seen Zendaya play in ever. Also, I feel bad. Y'all got like biracial Becky's out here playing Arabs. Like, I would be offended. Some of y'all should be offended too. Y'all can have no Arab people in a fucking movie about literally the desert. That's pathetic. Take the biracial Becky's off the screen. I'm tired of seeing it. Yo, and Zendaya, take all the roles. Don't come in the black woman's space. Issa, I hope you never cast her in anything. She sucks. She's the worst actress I've ever seen ever. And they keep putting this bitch on screen. She's not even pretty. I'm tired of seeing it. I don't want to see it no more. I was like, every time I swear I get on Instagram, I have to be like uninterested in every post. I don't want to see no covers of no magazines. I'm not watching like literally the only reason I saw Dune is because I think I was on Amazon Prime and it kept coming up as like a recommendation. They were like, people in your area are watching this film. Not me. I don't watch Zendaya films. I am not a Zendaya supporter. Like I've said a million gazillion times, not for me. I'm not the one, but I thought that Keke Palmer's acting in Nope was incredible. Even though the whole storyline was awful. It was awful. There wasn't really a storyline. It was like a fake UFO and a relationship with her brother. But I mean, it was incredible just to see those two black people on screen acting out their relationship with each other, their frustration with each other. I have a brother, all the relationship dynamics and the way they talk to each other. I was like, that's the way that me and my brother talk to each other too. So it's just like, it was incredible to see that shit. I was like, yep, I'll be saying the same shit. Like, she was so relatable. It was so relatable. Just stop with the fucking caricatures of black people, because like, we need more films like that just show like regular ass black people doing regular ass black people shit. Not everybody comes from a crack house in The Wire, all right? Like, that ain't all of our stories, and I'm tired of seeing that fucking story. Let 50 Cent make 50 million other shows about crack babies or whatever the fuck Power is about. I don't even know what Power is about. I don't watch Power. But like, I think at least some black people are getting some roles about something. I don't know what they're getting roles about, but they're getting roles about something, and I'm happy. I'm glad. All I know is I can't wait to move the fuck out of this country so that I can have a different black ass experience among people. Especially the thing that I'm tired about, and I feel like I have come to this realization for myself. I do not like being around this many poor people of color. And here's what I'm saying, like, it's fresh off the boats who just got here, and they don't really have no real money. Some of them do, some have like tech money, but that's like, they're middle class. I'm like, I'm real happy that you're middle class, but you're not like that rich. And like, especially, they come with the anti-blackness. This is the part that I have a real issue with. And so I was even talking to some guys that I met who are in Germany, and they were talking about how in Germany, the Arabian population, they walk around with like big ass like gold chains and gold this and gold that, but they live in public housing and they're on like assistance. Their whole families, it's like, that's insane. Like, y'all watching way too many music videos. These are like German guys who are saying this to me. It's like a problem. It's like fresh off the boat, like people of color, they just have no fucking culture. And so it's like they come to all these places in the Western world and they do what they see on fucking television, and it's so weird. At least some people can just be out here doing regular shit, you know, like going to the grocery store, getting a job, interacting with other cultures in the same way that, and it's the weird part is, everyone always like makes fun of all the shit. Like, here's the thing, why haven't I seen any of the other communities of color talking about the incident with Sesame Street? Right? Sesame Street is literally sitting here like doing really racist shit to black children. Other communities of color, as you see, haven't said anything about it. They're not concerned about it. They are allies to this because they literally do not care about the struggle of like black people or black children, even though the only fucking reason that they are here. This is the problem that I have. If you want to be Asian and you want to be great in China or India or with Pakistan, wherever country, Mexico, like Puerto Rico, wherever you're from, Jamaica even, the black people too, like, if y'all are trying to be great where you're at and you're like blossoming where you are and then your art is appreciated in other places, I fuck with that. Like, Wizkid is a great example of this. The whole album is called Made in Lagos. This nigga has been in Africa making music for Africans. He literally created, like, him and Burna Boy created a whole genre, Afro beats. Like, started from nothing. And then now the whole world appreciates Afro beats. Afro beats. Afro beats. It's like every time black people make something for ourselves, here comes everybody else riding the wave. Like, make your own shit. It's like they ride dick all day and then be like, but we don't want to be black, we're not appropriating. Get the fuck up out of here. Like, how many times have you seen Asian people, especially like Japanese, Chinese people, talking shit about like black people, calling them ghetto all day long? I can't describe to you how many Asian and Indian moms I've heard be like, ghetto black people over there don't talk to black children are this, black children are that, oh, black people are this, blah blah blah. All of a sudden now Lisa and the crew, all the BTS, the pop, what is it called, button juice or whatever the genre is with the Asian people and the K-pop, now K-pop, they all got braids. Everybody's eating hot Cheetos. Like, wait a minute, time the fuck out. Now y'all got gold earrings. Everybody's Aaliyah with the side wave. Time the fuck out. You got Lisa in the Weeknd show. I'm confused. Make it make sense. Wasn't y'all ghettoizing black people like yesterday? Weren't we all ghetto hood rats yesterday? Bitch, take out the braids. You're not black. Take it over there with Walk Alicia or whatever her name is. I swear, it's a lot. It's a lot. Like, I'm just saying, if you're gonna be on the anti-black energy and if you're gonna ride that wave, ride it till death. Be with the Klan is alive and well. They have meetings and shit. Go be with them. Be with them. If you're gonna be on the anti-black train, don't go see Nope. Like, see how Nope is a movie with black people. Don't go see it. Be strong about your opinions. Be like, I hate those niggers, and don't see the movie. Like, when you see Puffy, like, literally taking all of your money and all of your women and all of your alcohol, don't be mad. Be like, keep the fucking energy. Keep the energy. Like, don't just be, oh, now my mind has changed. Now I want to integrate. No! Like, it had to be, like, 1 fucking year ago. I was watching movies on Amazon Prime about Indian women being racist to black women. That came out last year. It was, like, 2021. That's when the movie came out. Bitch, I cannot. This is 2021. Y'all still eating like rice and dirt. That's insane. Like, how you gonna be poor and racist? Like, pick a struggle, bitch. Like, cause half y'all, I swear I was just reading the Ann Coulter blog and this bitch brought it up. She was like, the counterculture of the immigrants is getting on my nerves. Basically, she said, she was talking about how basically what Americana is right now is made up of white Americans and black Americans. And like, basically we have kind of figured it out. Everyone else here is now trying to like integrate and kind of like ride the wave, but they keep coming with counterculture. So first you got isn't it the Mexican dude who like raped his daughter? Then she had to travel to a different state to get an abortion. There was an Indian guy who came with 17 wives. It's just like, he had like 17 child brides or something. It's just like, you can't even make this shit up. It's happening right now. And then that's the thing I don't understand. Like, before everybody comes with this energy and this racism, talking about black American shit, it's like, clean up your own house first, bitch. Like, y'all got mad problems, like serious fucking problems yourself. How are you gonna come over here talking shit? Especially like white Americans, the Beckys kill me the worst. It's like, y'all bitches had like 700 years of head start and you still struggling. How do you work at Safeway when you had 700 years, bitch? 400 years? And you still work? Like, I cannot. You should fucking like jump off of a bridge, because honestly, you had your turn and you made nothing of yourself. Like, so many black Americans have no generational wealth at all, and all we have are stories of oppression and slavery, and still we are fucking here. Most of the people who I've been in class with, y'all literally came from your parents' money as of yesterday. Like, you have never worked for anything. You have been given affirmative action tokens and a whole bunch of infrastructure that you did not build, that you did not earn, that you do not deserve. And yet here you are, just soaking up opportunity, probably still talking shit about people like me. So I'm just here. I too am gonna keep on talking shit. And since everybody wants to appropriate black American culture without including any black American people, this is fine. I will take my black American culture to Europe and I will commoditize it myself. Like, we can now watch Olivia make fun of immigrants in America and Europe. We're taking this motherfucker on the road. The album is coming out, okay? So since clearly we can just like commoditize and make material and entire lifestyles and cultures out of black American life, I am fucking here for it too. Let's fucking go. Because clearly every fucking idea I have, y'all want to make a TV show about it anyway. If you can't even say that Grownish is not about my fucking life, who else was a dropout with my goddamn face? Yara. I'm just saying. I'm fucking saying. And you know it's true. You know it's true. You know it's true. So that's the end of this rant. That's the end of this rant. That was a great movie. I am going to see it again. Maybe the plot did make sense, but I missed it. I highly doubt it, though, because it just wasn't logical. There were so many holes in the fucking story. Didn't make any sense. Like, it was like airplane, spaceship, eating people. Go inside, come out, smile, don't smile. I don't know. I was just happy to see Kiki and Daniel on screen. So I'll say that. It was great.